How's it going, guys? We are back with another video here, and this is my prediction video on the next batch of team builders that are going to come out in NHL 25 pretty soon. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, and let's hop into it right now. EA typically goes for, decently sized players for the team builders, right? They try to make them somewhat meta. Usually, they kind of go up in height and size, the higher the overalls get. That's not always going to be the case, of course. It could change from year to year, but I was looking at some cards that, guys, trying to find guys that didn't really get team builders before. But starting off first here, I have from the Anaheim Ducks, it's going to be Brian Allen. All right. So Brian Allen at 6'5", 224 pounds. He's a defensive defenseman. This card would be sick as a team builder as long as he had decent skating. He would be a fantastic card. Just a pure defensive, player there. You obviously need a left defenseman right there. I feel like there wasn't really too many great options for defense from the first batch of team builders. So they probably want to make, some pretty decent ones this time around. So we'll see if Brian Allen is the choice. Like I said, these are all just like predictions, pure speculation. I'm going to say a bunch of different ones. Typically, when it comes to the team builders, guys, so last year, I will show you guys right now, the overalls and all that stuff, and how many cards are going to come out in the next batch and what you're going to need to trade it. The team building cards from last year, they started at 87 overall. This year, 86. So they went from 87 to 90. So more than likely, as we've already seen with the women builders, team builders, I apologize, they are 89 overall. So more than likely, the next set of men team builders will be 89 overall. All right, so that's just something to very much so keep in mind. And of course, you will need 286 team building cards to trade in to get the 89 overall. Next up, we have Dave Andrechuk. I don't know if he's ever gotten a team builder card. I'm not really too sure, but he would be a great option at 6'4", 225 pounds, right-handed winger. So Henreek would be a really nice card. I mean, the skating would have to be a little bit better. I mean, it'd have to be a custom build. I think team builders, they do custom builds on those, so I wouldn't really panic about that. But I feel like Henreek would be a very nice option. Like I said, he's got the great size as well. That's something that always makes it, pretty intriguing. And yeah, I mean, he'd be a great option. Henreek plays pretty well in game. I mean, the size is always amazing. And like I said, they try to typically have, better meta size cards the higher the overalls they go. If you can remember last year, as I did show before, if you really, think about it, guys, I mean, it's typical for them to actually, get better in overall and in size, of course. So, you have Roenick, who's 6'1", right? And then eventually you get to the 90s, and then you got Regier at 6'3", Madonna at 6'3", Shanahan 6'3", Mitchell 6'3", Aucoin 6'2", right? So it's typically in that range, and then they level up eventually to like 6'4". It keeps getting bigger, bigger. Pronger 6'6", and then 99 is just 6'4". Just they're 99s. They're all really good, right? That's kind of the point. Next up, I'm gonna go with a guy that again would be a little bit surprising, maybe not really the meta type of card, but like I said, they could do things different this year. Landon McDonald will be kind of cool. I feel like Landon McDonald's have really gotten like a high rated, like actually good card in HUT. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy to say that, but when's the last time there was like a Landon McDonald card that I was like, wow, like I'm putting him on my team, right? He's 6 foot 185. He's not like too bad, right? It's not like his size is like a problem. It's not like 5'9", 5'10", anything like that. He's certainly good at this size, so definitely like Landon McDonald. I think he'd be a cool option, just to see, they want to change things up a little bit and have a different look. I think that'd be pretty intriguing to me. So for me, Landon McDonald, guys, I feel like he'd be an interesting team builder selection. We got Ron Francis. So I feel like Ron Francis makes a lot of sense because he's a good, strong centerman. I know he has an 84 overall card out right now, but it doesn't mean anything because it'd be an 89, so it wouldn't make a difference. But he would be a sick card, guys. A 6'3", 200-pound centerman. He'd have like 90-plus face-offs as well. That would be fantastic. Got the great size. Give him like, I'd say like unstoppable force would be really nice. I don't really like quick draw. I think quick draw is low-key one of the most overrated abilities in the game. I don't think it's really necessary at all to have active, but for me, Ron Francis would be an awesome option, guys. And I feel like we'll see if he decides to go with him. Next up, we got Jalmerson. I don't know if Jalmerson's actually ever gotten a team builder card. I don't think he has, but Jalmerson could fit that build. Like I said, 6'3", 197, left-handed defenseman. He would be a cool option as well. I really do believe. Like I said, I'm not saying all these guys are going to get cards, because if you do look back at last year, typically the next set of cards that come out, there's 6 of them, right? So there'll be 6 cards in total. I'm probably going to list more than 6 team builder cards here, but Jalmerson would be a cool one, a great defenseman in his time with the Blackhawks, and I think he would be a really cool team builder. 90 or 89 overall. I do apologize. Next up, we got Scott Hartnell. I know he had a team builder card last year, not like MSP team builder, but like a 80 whatever, or 84 overall. I forgot what they were, but 6'2", 215. He's got a solid build. I remember using Scott Hartnell last year, and I actually liked his card. I really did. I thought it was a pretty solid card. For sure, like, you're not thinking, wow, Scott Hartnell, right? But if you actually look at his card, he could be pretty solid at 89 overall. You need a shot to get a little bit better as well. He's a power forward type guy, right? So I guess we're not going to give him like a crazy shot in speed, but I do think Hartnell is a solid card. That would be cool to see if they gave him one. Next up, we got Philip Kuba. He's 6'4", 225. All right, so he's a left-handed defenseman here as well. It's tough to find those really good right-handed defensemen. I'm sure there will be one, and I'll show you guys one here soon. But Philip Kuba would be another solid option at 6'4", 225 pounds here. I definitely am a fan of these cards here that size, because it's always it can play. You know what I mean? It can play no matter what, because that size, again, you can say you want. It's just amazing. And look, having that kind of size on a defenseman, it's going to be able to hold up with most cards because of just the ability to get those poke checks and really hit those players off the puck. We got Rod Langway. Rod Langway, another defenseman, 6'3", 218. I feel like Langway, he's a guy that, hasn't gotten a card in a very long time. I feel like a good card. They got drafted pretty high overall back in the day as well. But I would say for sure that he would be a solid card option, and I'd be down for it. I really, really would be. We'll see if he's the guy they go with, but I feel like he'd be pretty cool. Next up, guys, we got Rob Ramage. I feel like Rob Ramage could be a pretty good card for the right-handed defenseman option here at 6'2", 200 pounds. He would be a solid card, an enforcer defenseman. You don't really see many of those in the game. I mean, they don't really exist anymore in the NHL. I guess Gudis, maybe you could call that, but I wouldn't even say that's really what he is. I think he would be a solid card. I would really like to see a Rob Ramage card. The thing about team builders, guys, they always typically go for the alumni type of guys. You're not really going to see any current NHL players. It's just how it kind of goes, unfortunately, but I feel like Rob Ramage would be a solid one, and those are my predictions for the next batch of team builders. And when do I think they're coming out? That's a good question, because by this time last year, I am 99% sure they were out. They're already out, right? I mean, it didn't take too long here to get the new team builder cards out. I mean, it's kind of dragging this year, to say it like that. I mean, it's kind of dragging, and I feel like it's probably time now. You know what I mean? It's probably just about time for the new team builders to come out. And looking at last year, it actually came out December 5th. So you know what? I guess it's around this time. I'd say probably this week's a good bet to see the team builders coming out. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you've not already. Follow me on Twitch, Henreek. I'm live there every single day. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek at 3 E's, and I'll see you in the next video.